Jimmy Ellis just dropped a bombshell list that has boxing purists arguing for days straight. The former heavyweight champion allegedly revealed his personal top 10 during an intimate dinner with old boxing friends. Sources claim the selections expose secrets about his legendary training camp with Muhammad Ali and the Louisville sponsoring group. Insiders whisper that certain fighters got deliberately snubbed because of old grudges from the 1960s that never properly healed. Ellis won the heavyweight title in 1968, but always lived in Ali's massive shadow despite their close friendship. He fought during boxing's golden era, when every division had multiple legends competing simultaneously. His unique perspective allegedly comes from sparring thousands of rounds with the greatest and facing killers himself inside actual combat. The names he picked will educate casual fans. The reasoning behind each selection reveals boxing wisdom that modern fighters desperately need hearing. Let's explore Jimmy Ellis's 10 favorite boxers and discover why this underrated champion's opinions matter more than people realize. 10. Emile Griffith. Emile Griffith opens the countdown at number 10, and sources claim Ellis developed deep respect after studying his career closely. Griffith won titles in 3 different weight classes and displayed versatility that allegedly fascinated Jimmy throughout the 1960s. Industry insiders whisper that Ellis watched Emile's fights to learn footwork and combination punching during his own developmental years. Boxing historians say both men shared similar builds and had to overcome size disadvantages against bigger opponents regularly. Behind the scenes, training partners claim Jimmy practiced Griffith's signature hooks to the body for months. The way Emile switched between boxer and puncher styles reportedly influenced Ellis's own tactical approach completely. Sources whisper that Jimmy attended several Griffith fights live and studied his ring positioning obsessively. What really earned this spot? Ellis allegedly admired how Griffith handled the aftermath of killing Benny Paré with courage and humanity. The emotional burden Emile carried after that tragic death reportedly resonated with Jimmy's sensitive nature. Industry veterans say Ellis told friends that Griffith showed true character by continuing his career despite that trauma. That mental toughness under impossible circumstances demonstrated championship qualities beyond simple punching ability. 9. Eder Jofre. Eder Jofre lands at number 9, and boxing experts say this selection proves Ellis understood technical excellence. The Brazilian bantamweight legend allegedly possessed the most perfect boxing fundamentals Jimmy ever witnessed. Sources claim Ellis watched Jofre's fights repeatedly to study proper weight distribution and balance. Industry insiders whisper that Jimmy told sparring partners that Eder threw the most efficient punches in boxing history pound for pound. Behind closed doors, training camp veterans say Ellis incorporated Jofre's defensive shoulder rolls into his own style. The way Eder made everything look effortless reportedly mesmerized Jimmy during film study sessions. Boxing historians claim both fighters relied on speed and timing rather than overwhelming physical advantages. What connected these champions? Sources whisper that Ellis appreciated how Jofre remained humble despite dominating his division for nearly a decade. 8. Dick Tiger. Dick Tiger charges in at number 8, and insiders claim Ellis revered the Nigerian warrior's unbreakable spirit. Tiger won middleweight and light heavyweight titles while displaying toughness that allegedly inspired Jimmy's own ring courage. Sources whisper that Ellis studied how Dick absorbed punishment and kept pressing forward without fear. Boxing veterans say both men shared similar work ethics and believed in conditioning as the foundation for success. Behind the scenes, training partners claim Jimmy ran extra miles thinking about Tiger's legendary stamina. The way Dick fought through injuries that would stop normal fighters reportedly became Ellis's mental blueprint for handling adversity. Industry insiders say Jimmy watched Tiger's wars with Emile Griffith and Gene Fullmer to learn about championship hearts. What made this placement special? Ellis allegedly told friends that Tiger represented boxing's purest warrior spirit without any quit inside him. 7. Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz takes the 7th position, and sources say Ellis considered him boxing's most underappreciated genius. The Puerto Rican lightweight champion allegedly displayed ring intelligence that Jimmy studied like a textbook. Industry insiders whisper that Ellis watched Ortiz's title defenses to understand distance control and counterpunching timing. Boxing historians claim both fighters succeeded by outsmarting opponents rather than trying to overpower them physically. Behind closed doors, veteran trainers say Jimmy practiced Ortiz's jab variations for hours before his biggest fights. The way Carlos set traps and made opponents walk into punches reportedly influenced Ellis's tactical thinking permanently. Sources claim Jimmy attended an Ortiz fight in New York and sat ringside taking mental notes. What earned Carlos this spot? Ellis allegedly admired how Ortiz adapted his style as he aged without losing effectiveness. 6. Sandy Sadler. Sandy Sadler swoops in at number 6, and insiders claim Ellis marveled at the featherweight legend's awkward brilliance. Sadler stood unusually tall for his division and used his reach advantages in ways that allegedly fascinated Jimmy. Sources whisper that Ellis studied Sandy's unconventional angles and adapted them for his own height against bigger heavyweights. Boxing historians say both fighters succeeded by making opponents uncomfortable with unorthodox styles that looked ugly but worked perfectly. Behind the scenes, training camp veterans claim Jimmy shadowboxed while mimicking Sadler's long-range punching. The way Sandy controlled distance and frustrated opponents reportedly became part of Ellis's defensive strategy. Industry insiders say Jimmy watched the legendary Sadler-Pep rivalry to learn about adjustments between rematches. What really impressed Ellis? Sources claim he admired how Sadler remained effective despite not fitting traditional boxing aesthetic standards. 5. Willie Pep. Willie Pep glides into number 5, and sources claim Ellis considered him boxing's ultimate artist. Pep allegedly won rounds without throwing punches, just making opponents miss and look foolish repeatedly. Industry insiders whisper that Jimmy watched Willie's defensive wizardry with the same awe normal people reserve for magic shows. Boxing historians say Ellis tried incorporating Pep's upper body movement into his own peekaboo style with mixed success. Behind closed doors, training partners claim Jimmy spent entire sessions working on Pep's signature shoulder feints. The way Willie made world-class fighters look like amateurs reportedly gave Ellis confidence that skill trumps power. Sources say Jimmy studied the second Sadler fight where Pep won despite a broken hand. What made Willie special to Ellis? The ability to survive 241 professional fights through pure defensive genius allegedly represented boxing's highest art form. 4. Archie Moore. Archie Moore commands the 4th spot, and insiders say Ellis worshipped the ageless light heavyweight king. Moore fought professionally until nearly 50 years old, compiling a record that allegedly defied logic and biology. Sources whisper that Jimmy studied Archie's economy of motion and energy conservation religiously. Boxing historians claim Ellis learned more from watching Moore than from any trainer's instructions. Industry veterans say both fighters succeeded by being smarter than their opponents rather than stronger or faster. Behind the scenes, close associates claim Jimmy kept Moore's training manuals and read them like scripture. The way Archie adapted his style as he aged reportedly became Ellis's blueprint for longevity. Training partners whisper that Jimmy practiced Moore's defensive tricks before every single sparring session. What really connected these champions? Ellis allegedly admired how Archie never made excuses about age and simply adjusted his approach intelligently. 3. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson captures the bronze medal, and sources claim Ellis viewed him as boxing's Mozart. Robinson allegedly possessed every physical tool combined with ring intelligence that bordered on supernatural. Industry insiders whisper that Jimmy watched Ray's fights in complete silence, not wanting to miss a single detail. Boxing historians say Ellis told friends that Robinson represented the absolute ceiling of human boxing potential. Training partners claim Jimmy tried emulating Ray's combinations, but admitted they were too complex for most fighters to execute. Behind the scenes, veteran trainers say Ellis studied Robinson's footwork frame by frame on old film reels. The way Ray created angles that didn't seem to exist reportedly mesmerized Jimmy throughout his entire career. Sources whisper that Ellis attended Robinson's later fights just to watch genius at work even past its prime. What made Sugar Ray mythical to Jimmy? The ability to do everything at the highest level simultaneously allegedly proved perfection was actually achievable. 2. Joe Louis. Joe Louis takes the runner-up position, and insiders claim Ellis considered him heavyweight boxing's gold standard. The Brown Bomber allegedly combined devastating power with technical perfection in ways Jimmy studied obsessively. Sources whisper that Ellis watched every available Louis fight trying to understand his economical punching style. Boxing historians say Jimmy incorporated Joe's patient stalking into his own approach against aggressive opponents. Industry veterans claim both fighters shared the same goal of making destruction look effortless and scientific. Behind the scenes, training partners say Ellis practiced Lewis's famous 1-2 combination thousands of times. The way Joe set opponents up through jabs and positioning reportedly became Jimmy's tactical foundation. Sources claim Ellis read multiple Lewis biographies and underlined sections about mental preparation. What made Joe special to Jimmy? The ability to end fights with single punches while barely looking like he tried allegedly represented ultimate efficiency. 1. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali claims the top spot, and absolutely nobody who knows Jimmy Ellis finds this surprising. Ali was Ellis's best friend, sparring partner, and the man who changed his entire life trajectory. Sources whisper that Jimmy met Cassius Clay as teenagers in Louisville, and they became inseparable immediately. Boxing historians say Ellis learned the Ali shuffle, the jab, and the psychological warfare directly from the source. Industry insiders claim Jimmy sparred more rounds with Ali than any fighter in history, giving him unique insight into Muhammad's genius. Behind the scenes, their friendship allegedly went deeper than boxing into genuine brotherhood. Sources say Ali convinced Ellis to turn professional and helped him get opportunities throughout his career. Training partners whispered that Jimmy understood Ali's greatness better than anyone because he faced it daily in the gym. What made this selection inevitable? Ellis reportedly credits Muhammad with literally creating his boxing career and teaching him everything about the sport. Ali's shadow allegedly made Jimmy's own championship reign feel less significant publicly. Sources claim Ellis never resented this because his love for Muhammad transcended ego and jealousy. Industry analysts say Jimmy's biggest pride was being Ali's friend and trusted sparring partner. The bond between these Louisville legends allegedly remained strong until Ali's passing. Training camp veterans whisper that Ellis still talks to Ali's memory before making important decisions. Jimmy Ellis's list proves that being close to greatness gives unique perspectives others miss. His underrated career deserves more respect than history has given him. Drop your thoughts in the comments about Ellis's legacy. Smash that subscribe button and like this video for more forgotten boxing legends who shaped the sport.